Junk. The more you clean this thing, the more grimy it gets.
It is 5 o'clock. Got an hour left to get this thing running.
Yeah, I've settled in nicely. Trunk monkey.
It's a selfless situation.
He is a selfless boss.
No, you weren't. Good talk, though. They're spaghetti noodles. Just rehydrate them. Soak them in boiling water. They'll be back to normal. Hoses aren't supposed to be plastic. Junk. All right.
Right here, we have some of the aluminum debris that's still stuck in the threads. Instead of buying a whole new AC line, we're gonna try to save Ed a little money. Take the pick, chase the threads with the tip of the pick.
I'm trying to fit a couple coolant lines. Notoriously not accessible spot. Hey everyone, and welcome back to DC Motorwerks. My name is Cameron, and today we are on day month of Lambo Lunacy, and today we should be starting at least the green car. We're most of the way there to at least we can do a test start and get everything back together. So hope you all enjoy watching. We're gonna do some work and give you some updates along the way, so stay tuned. It's always a big debate, is at what point do you test all of your work, or do you just put it all back together? And some mechanics are of the mind to just put it all back together, and some like to do as little as possible and then start or test or whatever you were doing. What do you say, Andy?
Probably about 80%. Get it, almost completely back together. Light it off, see that it fires up, runs.
Yeah, I like to get fluids in it, some coolant, some oil. Oil's important. I'm happy with that. It's just an O-ring. It is nice and lubricated now. So. Yeah, that hose is actually not available anymore, so it's nice that we were able to save that. It's the discharge AC line. The good stuff. Start with 8 liters, and then you top it off with the next 3, 4-ish. Thirsty, cameraman? So it's currently Tuesday. Evan was off yesterday, so I am about a day ahead of him on the green car compared to the Roadster. So if you want to go back in time to what I did yesterday, you can go ahead and watch Evan on the Roadster.
All right, guys, so Cameron is a day ahead of me. That might just be scheduling. I call it cheating. And so I have the Roadster further down on the ground. I've got the engine in, engine mounts, bolts in. All the lower oil pan has been resealed. So pretty much everything underneath has been done. Axles have been rebolted in. So now I just have to search for a little O-ring kit here to find some O-rings for a AC line that we had to have repaired, as well as the AC compressor fittings. So there's still a good amount of work left to do. Engine wiring harness, throttle bodies, cooling system, and specifically to my Roadster, I do have a lot of chassis bracing that will cradle the engine, and will cover that entire engine bay as the last step. So I do have my work cut out for me. So the majority of my work that you're going to be seeing is going to be under time lapse, and that is because someone has to actually do the work around here. But you will check in with me periodically, and I'll give you updates, and hopefully won't have any further snags. Everything's going to go A-OK now. I'm just, fingers crossed. But again, I'll check back in with you guys.
Probably need to replace that hose because it's almost plastic. Oh, hold on. Andy's got a hose cutter. That hose has seen a thing or two. It goes right here. Make some cute noises. So I just finished filling the transmission on the Verde Draco car. I'm covered in smelly, nasty gear oil, but one of the last fluids I need to put in this before our first start. Next, I'm going to bleed the clutch and put some coolant in it to make sure our clutch actuates and all that's happy before we spin it over, and then we'll get to do our first start.
All right, so we're going to try to bleed the clutch master cylinder, and I'm going to sit in the engine bay and feed the reservoir. Evan is going to sit in the car and pump the clutch pedal, and Cameron's going to roll around under the car and crack the bleeder as we pump it. And all three together, we're going to bleed out all the air in the clutch system.
It's my new home.
DOT4 Plus.
Ooh, careful, that's Ben's fluid. It might not mix.
It's ear open.
Oh, close enough. Yeah. Huh? Why? Oh, so I need to lower it? Can you get it in any gear, or is it all bound up? You got gears. Wait. Oh, you had it in a gear. Okay, I see what you're saying. But the bracket thing, yeah.
We good?
It's functional, yes.
All right. I'm crawling in the hole.
What hole are you crawling in?
The front. Hello.
Oh, Tony, get me a bucket or something. I knew I forgot something.
Y'all are free to go ahead. There's plenty of fluid.
I'm almost there. I didn't quite bring.
And lift off. So Lamborghini was awesome enough to put the reservoir up under the cowling, so you can't get a straight line to it at all. So I've got to feed it.
Give me a few pumps, Evan. I hear squishy noises. Again. Oh, God.
You got a squirter?
Yeah. That's some nasty looking fluid. All right. Getting better. What was that? Oh. You need some Ed slippers, don't you?
I
Go ahead.
There you go. It has been named.
Yeah, Lambo loafers. Andy, look good?
Yep.
Oh yeah, feels fantastic. Oh, sorry.
No, not you.
Okay.
When I pulled the hose off, you know that it holds some.
Yep.
It got me.
Yeah, I've settled in nicely. Trunk monkey.
You ready?
Yep.
Pump it. Again.
Oh yeah, that's better. All right.
You're done, Andy.
All done.
Go through all the gears, make sure you're...
All 7.
This ain't no 7-speed.
6 plus reverse. All right, I'm hopping out unless you need me for anything else.
Well, that's fixed, so I think
All right.
that's it. Clutch is bled. You checked all the gears, right?
Yep.
Trying to leave all the tools out for Evan because he's going to have to use them.
I will.
Right, Evan?
Yep. Very thoughtful of you, Cameron. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, see, I'm just thinking of everyone else here. It's a selfless situation.
He is a selfless boss.
Next, I'm going to try to remember. It should be pink coolant, I think. But put some coolant in it, and maybe I'll put part of the exhaust on. Although this one probably won't make much of a difference because it's straight through either way. For some reason, I don't have my alternator cooling duct on this one. So for filling up the cooling system on the Lamborghinis here, we want to make sure we got the proper Italian sparkling mineral water. So we're going to go ahead and give that a little drink here. Only the finest for these fine Italian automobiles. The more you clean this thing, the more grimy it gets. All right, that's tight. No, I did the drain plugs, which I'm not happy with, as usual. Tightened all those. We fixed that with Evan. I fixed that. Those are tight and not drippy looking, so that's something. That goes over there. So where does this one go? Over here. So you go to right there. Make sure everything's clear. Looks good. This is always the scary part. All right, we ready? Ooh, good. Clear.
Clear.
Oh, helps if I plug in the crank sensor. That's the whole point, isn't it?
Missing one hose clamp here.
Yeah, those are loose.
Oh, it's gonna start up. First try. Guaranteed. It's the DC guarantee, matter of fact.
Clear.
Clear.
We're gonna do it. that's the result we want. It's not usually doubt, but there's still fear.
It did.
Oh, you weren't here, yeah.
Oh, man.
I was here at church.
No, you weren't. Good talk, though. So, currently we are going to start putting the exhaust back in because now that it runs, we know we are safe to continue going back together 100%. Going to start by vacuuming down the AC system because it has been open for a few weeks. Going to run that for about 30 minutes. That'll just get any moisture or air out of the system so that we can charge it with some fresh refrigerant. Have some nice cold AC for the oncoming fall for Mr. Bolium. And yeah, everything else looks good. So we're going to carry on.
All right, guys, so we did have a successful first start on Cameron's Lamborghini, and now I'm back underneath my Lamborghini and just topping off the rear diff with diff fluid. Just a couple other small things underneath here. I've got a cross brace to put on underneath the front torque tube. Otherwise, I'm gonna be right behind Cameron and getting this thing started up. I'm nearing the end of the day, but I think I might be able to make it. It is 5 o'clock, so I've got an hour left to get this thing running. I'm still gonna try to get it done. Gotta beat Cameron. Day ahead, day behind, doesn't matter. When I'm at the wheel, I'll get it done. So, gonna have a brace across here that's gonna be going back in. Have another brace here that's gonna be going back in. Diff fluid, AC, brake fluid, clutch bleed. So, good amount of fluids, good amount of work left. So, I don't think we're gonna be quite making that 6 o'clock deadline, but again, I was a day behind, so who can complain?
So even though this car is running, there still is a lot of work to do. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff missing. And Evan still has some catching up to do. We still yet to start that car. Also, check out our website for some upcoming events. We are going to do an Oktoberfest here at DC Motorwerks. And I'll probably bring my 6.9. And I'm sure Ed will, if he can make it, bring along one of the Lamborghinis. Or even that new Bugatti of his that is very exciting to see. So be sure to check that out. Stay tuned, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff for the video. Turn on that bell icon, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video.